In the land of the Zulu, where the mountains scrape the heavens and rivers snake through endless plains, the kingdom lived under the law of the spear and the blessing of the ancestors. Sipho and Mandla, sons of the king but not of the queen, grew up in the shadow of envy. Sipho was gentle, a thinker, with eyes that could trace the stars and interpret their secrets. Mandla was fearless, broad-shouldered, a warrior whose hands knew the spear and shield as if born with them. Together, they were like fire and water, different yet inseparable. But envy eats quietly, like termites in the wood. The queen, jealous of their gifts, whispered daily into her husband's ear. Her own son, Sibusiso, longed for the throne. He could not bear that Sipho's wisdom and Mandla's courage outshone him. Together, mother and son wove lies into poison. They said Sipho sought the throne, that he had spoken to dark spirits, that he meant to kill the king. The king, blind in anger, did not call for a hearing, did not question his heart. He raised his staff in council and thundered that Sipho was banished. But Mandla, fierce and loyal, stepped forward and declared, "If my brother leaves, then I leave too. His blood is my blood. His fate is mine." And so they were driven into exile, spat upon by their own people, cast out into the wild. The brothers wandered the valleys, hunted antelope, and drank from rivers. Nights were bitter. Their names became curses whispered by children. Yet they grew strong. Mandla trained with spear and shield, striking trees until the bark split. Sipho studied the stars and spoke to the winds, learning the wisdom of the ancestors. Sometimes, when the fire crackled low, Mandla would stare into the flames and say, "One day, brother, we will return. One day, truth will rise." But Sipho would only shake his head. When the ancestors call, they call in their time, not ours. Back in the kingdom, the old king's health withered. His sleep was restless. Shadows clung to his hut. He longed to see his sons, but pride kept his tongue heavy. Then came the night of blood. Sibusiso entered his father's hut as the moon hid behind clouds. His dagger gleamed. The king's eyes opened in shock, but no words escaped before the blade sank deep. His blood spilled onto the leopard skin rug. Sibusiso leaned close and hissed, "You should never have doubted me. The throne is mine now." By morning, the drums of death announced the king's passing. The people wept, but Sibusiso, standing tall in the courtyard, declared that his father had died in his sleep and that he, Sibusiso, was now their rightful king. The land did not rejoice. The ancestors turned their faces away. Rain refused to fall. Crops shriveled in the fields. Cattle died in their pens. Strange shadows crept through the villages at night, whispering in voices of the dead. The people muttered that the throne was cursed, but none dared to speak against the queen or her son. Far from the kingdom, Sipho and Mandla dreamed. Their father appeared to them, his face pale with sorrow, his chest bleeding. "My sons," he whispered, "I was slain by blood of my blood. Return, or this kingdom will drown in shadow." Mandla awoke roaring with fury. He gripped his spear and vowed to avenge their father. Sipho wept quietly, but his heart knew the truth. The time had come. They set out at once. Across mountains and rivers they traveled. Their feet blistered, their weapons heavy, but their resolve unshaken. Yet the queen's spies reached Sibusiso. He sent assassins into the wild. The night became a battlefield. Spears clashed in the moonlight. The brothers fought like lions cornered, their roars echoing into the night. Mandla smashed shields with brute force, Sipho struck swift and precise. The ground drank deeply of blood. When the last assassin fell, the brothers stood wounded but unbroken. Sipho looked at the stars and said, "The ancestors walk with us, Mandla, but they do not promise both of us will return." Mandla gripped his shoulder. "Then let them take me first." When they entered the kingdom, the people gasped. Some cried in joy, others turned away in fear. The Isangoma, the spiritual seer, lifted her staff high and declared, "The sons have returned. The ancestors demand justice." The people murmured. Some cheered, some trembled. Then the palace doors burst open. Sibusiso strode in, eyes wild, dagger at his belt, madness clinging to him like smoke. He pointed at them and snarled, "You will not take what is mine." The great hut shook with fury. Spears and shields collided, echoing like thunder. Mandla fought with all the strength of exile, Sipho with the precision of wisdom. But Sibusiso was possessed. His mother had fed him rituals of blood and shadow. He struck like a beast, tireless, unyielding. Then he stumbled, fell back, feigning weakness. Sipho saw his chance. He lunged, but it was a trap. The dagger flashed. Sipho gasped, the blade sinking deep into his chest. His blood poured onto the earth. His body staggered. His last words were barely a whisper. "Brother, protect them," and Sipho was gone. Mandla's roar shook the rafters. Grief turned to fire. He struck Sibusiso again and again until the usurper lay lifeless in his own blood. But death did not bring peace. From the shadows, the queen's spirit rose, black as smoke, her laughter sharp as knives. She screamed that Mandla would never rule in peace, that the throne was cursed forever. The hut shook. Spirits of the dead clawed through the air. Women wailed outside. Warriors fled. But Mandla did not move. He lifted Sipho's body in his arms and cried to the heavens, "Ancestors, take this evil back into the ground. Hear me, hear me." Lightning split the sky. Thunder roared. Fire poured down like rain. The queen's spirit shrieked as the ancestors dragged her into the earth, until only ash remained. When silence fell, the people gathered. They bowed before Mandla. The seer declared him king, son of exile, son of truth. But Mandla did not smile. His father was gone. His brother was gone. His crown was stained with blood and sorrow. He placed the leopard skin across his shoulders, not with pride but with grief. And as the drums of the kingdom roared, the wind carried the whisper of the ancestors. "The throne is yours, Mandla, but it will cost you everything."